Hi and welcome to this Comics and Lit guide to AQA Language Paper 1, Section A. In this video, I'll cover the tips and tricks for Question 3, but don't forget to visit Comics and Lit for upcoming videos on all the other questions too. Question 3 is your structure analysis question. In writing, structure is the way a writer organises a text to achieve certain effects on the reader. This question is worth 8 marks, so like question 2, you should spend about 10 minutes on it. To analyse structure, you need to think about what the writer includes at the beginning, middle, and end, and how the focus moves from one idea to another. Let's look at the question. First, you will be informed you now need to think about the structure of the source as a whole, followed by a statement to orient the extract. In this case, this text is from the middle of a novel. The question then follows, how has the writer structured the text to create tension? The key words here are structured and tension, which you should highlight to remind yourself to refer back to in your responses. Beneath the question, you'll see 3 bullet points reminding you of general ways you could approach the question. How tension has increased or decreased by the end of the source. How the writer uses structure to create an effect, and the writer's use of any structural features such as changes in mood, tone, or perspective. These bullets do not act as a guide to how to analyse the text necessarily, but rather offer a range of things which you could comment on. So, how do we approach this? You'll be marked on your ability to identify structural techniques and explain how they impact the reader's thoughts and emotions as they read. To make this easier, I've created an acronym to remember some of the key techniques which commonly occur. Remember shifters. S for setting, how changes in location impact the plot. H for hook opening. These are details the writer includes in the opening to grab our attention. I for interesting contrasts which occur across the text, e.g. dark to light or action to calm. F for focus shifts, where a writer switches from characters to setting to action or zooms in or out on specific details. T for tension, how action rises or lowers tension across the text. E for endings. These could be cliffhangers, resolutions, or circular narratives, returning to ideas which were established at the beginning. R for repetition, things like emotions or actions which occur repeatedly. And S for sentence structures, where a writer uses longer, complex sentences to give key insights, or perhaps shorter, simple sentences to add drama or pace. The same as question 2, your first job is to annotate the extract for these features. I advise you to always select at least one quote from the opening and ending paragraph so you can analyse shifts in tone or perspective from the beginning to the end. You'll also want to select evidence from somewhere near the middle to offer insight into how tension rises or falls throughout. Spend about 2 to 3 minutes selecting and labelling quotes, then around 7 minutes writing your answer. If you haven't already read the extract, perhaps pause the video and do that now. Otherwise, let's go through some evidence with interesting techniques for analysis. From the beginning, I've selected the first line, "It was the hyena that worried me," a focus which establishes the hyena as a threat and creates an internal focus on the character's emotions. From the middle, we could analyse either the shift in focus to a detailed description of the hyena's appearance in a bungled mix of colours, or perhaps the rise in tension as the hyena did 1 lap, 2, 3, 4, 5, and onwards. From the ending, we could analyse the contrast in behaviour as the hyena did not move from the restricted space for the rest of the day, creating an anticlimax and reducing the tension for the reader. Once you've selected your evidence, you'll have only 7 to 8 minutes to write your response. To get top marks, the examiners are looking for the following skills. Shows perceptive and detailed understanding of structural features. Analyses the effects of the writer's choices of structural features. Selects a range of judicious examples. Makes sophisticated and accurate use of subject terminology. Let's look at an example which hits all of these criteria. The writer uses the opening line to establish a sense of threat, immediately raising the tension in, "It was the hyena that worried me." This simple sentence directs our attention straight to the animal, foregrounding it as a danger in the reader's mind. Furthermore, the internal shift to the narrator's emotions in worried reinforces the idea that the narrator is clearly in danger. In the middle, the focus shifts to the hyena's appearance as a bungled mix of colours, and a series of lengthy descriptions which form an unsettling image that makes it seem grotesque and unnatural. Soon, the writer builds the tension to a climax as the hyena displays repeated erratic behaviours, such as running laps around the boat in did 1 lap, 2, 3, 4, 5, and onwards. The repetition here stresses the relentless unpredictability of the creature, trapping both Pi and the reader in a cycle of unease, from which there is no escape. Finally, the ending contrasts sharply with this build-up. In a surprise twist, the hyena suddenly did not move from the restricted space for the rest of the day. This creates an anticlimactic ending, which reduces tension somewhat, since Pi seems safe for now. The ending offers temporary relief, but the abrupt change and stillness also reminds us of the animal's potential volatility. This example hits the top band due to the accurate and perceptive selection of evidence and developed analysis of the structural techniques. Again, not easy to do in only 10 minutes, but practice is how you'll get there.